Good day and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some products that were sent to me by a company named Vintage Waxman. So a huge shout out to them for sending me the products. This video is sponsored just by products from them. They have not paid me or anything. And I want to bring a review to all of you so you can check out these products. I have not used them. You can see the 4 products sitting right here. Haven't used them yet, so this is going to be my initial thoughts, reactions, and experience using these products. We're going to be using all of them together. We're going to be washing up the car. We're going to see how these products perform, how they smell, how they work, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to get into showing each one of these products and the information about the product and the price of each product if that is something you're interested in. I'll put a link down in the video description down below to these products if you're wanting to get them to try them out for yourself too. If it's something that you see that you like or you're impressed by how they work in this review, you can go ahead and find a link to these products down in the video description. But I want to thank you so much for stopping in and taking the time out of your day to check out this video. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Also remember, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a future upload. If you like this video, smash that thumbs up, drop a comment down below of what you think of any of these products or the video or something you'd like to see in the future. Any kind of input. I appreciate all of you guys' input, so feel free to drop a comment down below. But let's get into these products that I got and get in a little bit of info on them, and then we'll put them to the test and see how they work and what kind of results we can achieve with them. So right here you can see the 4 products. So one quick thing about Vintage Waxman is it's, for me, very cool. You can see their old school labeling, bottles, design, all of that I love a lot. So a little bit of history about Vintage Waxman. He is very into shaving products, so he likes a nice, clean, masculine scent. So these all have the same scent that he calls Eau de Waxman. So it is a nice, clean, masculine scent. We'll get into the scent. We'll see how that smells. But definitely love the labeling, the bottling. It looks really cool. It looks very old school. The packaging was top notch as well. I did do a short on that, so you can find that in my videos before this one. So the packaging was really cool as well. It was in some like old school kind of like newspaper looking stuff. So the unboxing experience was absolutely awesome, and the bottles and the labeling I like a lot as well. All of these bottles are going to be right at 15.2 fluid ounces each, and as you can see, starting from the left going to the right, we have Sudscious Maximus. That's an automotive body wash, pH neutral and super slick. Then we have Wicked Slick Wax, hydrophobic carnauba spray protectant, smooth laying and bead making. Then we got Dapper Detail. That's a high gloss detail spray, cleans and shines. And then we have Sharp Dressed. That is a rubber, vinyl, plastic, and leather conditioner, glossy shine, and UV protection. So for the Sudscious Maximus, you're going to be looking at $12.99 for that one. And then going to the Wicked Slick Wax, that one is $15.99. And then for the Dapper Detail, that one is $12.99. And then finishing it off with the Sharp Dressed, that one goes for $15.99 as well. So I'll grab a bottle, bring it in a little bit closer so you can kind of see. So very cool, awesome labeling. Here's the back with instructions. And this one gives you the instructions for exterior or interior because that is the Sharp Dressed. The bottling, it's kind of hard to see on here, but it is kind of that real dark brown, like the old school glass bottles. So very, very cool there. I do have the sprayers that come with the bottles, and then also the pop top cap for the Sudscious Maximus. We're going to use the Sudscious Maximus in my foam cannon and in a wash bucket. And then for me, what I'm going to do is with the Wicked Slick Wax, I'm going to use that as a drying aid. You can use that as a drying aid, or you can use the Dapper Detail as a drying aid if you would like as well. The Wicked Slick Wax, you can use that not as a drying aid. You can just spray a few sprays into your microfiber towel, a few sprays on the panel, buff it in, and then wipe it down with the clean side of your microfiber until there's not any streaking, and then you can get some protection there. How long the protection, how much protection, I really don't know. It is a carnauba spray protection, so carnauba does give you nice shine and gloss, but carnaubas do break down a little bit easier and quicker than like your SiO2 products or your graphene products, but for me that is not a big deal. I just like a product that's easy to use. And then the Dapper Detail, we are going to come in with the Dapper Detail because there's always spots after a wash that maybe you didn't get thoroughly, or maybe the water kind of dried on it, and we'll just come back in with that and we'll clean it up and shine the surface up. And then with the Sharp Dressed, I'm going to be using that on my tires. I don't have anything in my interior or any plastics that I need to be putting that on. So we'll be using on the tires, and we'll see what kind of results we get with that as well. These bottles as well, I will show you, are capped just with your red cap. One awesome thing is he leaves the tab on the cap, so they are not hard to get out of there. You actually have that tab, you can pull it right out. So you're gonna do 1 to 2 ounces in your foam cannon, and then also 1 to 2 in your wash bucket. I'm gonna do 2 ounces in the foam cannon and in the wash bucket. It's a little bit of a thicker consistency, which is totally fine. And the smell is really, really good. I absolutely love the smell of this. So there's 2 in my foam cannon. There's 2 right there for my wash bucket. And that smell, can't get over it. It smells so good. Smell's not a huge thing. It's not something that you have to have. It's just something that makes the washing process a little bit nicer. Makes it a little enjoyable. Wash out my little measuring cup, and then we will get the foam cannon hooked up, and we'll start foaming it down. We'll see how well it does in the foam cannon, and then we'll see how well in the wash bucket here. I can feel it on my hands just in the water a little bit, even though it's not mixed up. It does feel slick so far, so we'll see how slick it is once we get it onto the car. So as you can tell, I've rinsed the whole car down, got any of the loose stuff knocked off. Let's see how it foams up in the bucket before we foam the car down to get our bucket ready to come in for our contact wash. You can see right there, this stuff foams up really nice, real quick. Suds do feel like they have some nice lubricity to them, so that is what we're looking for. So now we'll see how well the foam cannon works. So that is with 2 ounces in the foam cannon. You can up it more. This is not a snow foam. You can use it in a foam cannon or a bucket. So it is getting a nice coverage. I do like that. It is pulling down off the surface nicely while staying on the surface to pull any of that residue down. So I'm going to keep foaming the rest of the car. We'll get this used up and we'll come in for the contact wash. So you get that same great smell while you're foaming, but now we're going to come in and go ahead and do our contact wash. So we're going to pair that up with my Rag Company Cyclone Wash Mitt. Love this thing. So I can definitely say the slickness, it's there. This has some very nice lubricity to it. So that is something that I look for because that helps your wash mitt glide over the surface without inducing any kind of marring or scratches. Just kind of helps alleviate that. Is it 100% safe? No. Anytime you contact the paint, it is not 100% safe. So now we'll come in, we'll see how it rinses, if it leaves any residue behind or not. So it does rinse off the surface very nice. I don't think anything sticking. It's not hard to rinse off the surface. So I'm gonna go ahead, continue washing the rest of the car. You're not gonna wanna watch me wash the whole thing. So I'm gonna get the rest of it knocked out, And then we'll come back in as some spots will dry. We'll see if there's any residue left behind, like on the glass or on my hood. That's a vinyl wrap. We'll see if there's any residue left behind there. And then I'll re-wet it and we'll come in with the drying aid. So as you can see, this stuff has rinsed really, really well. It hasn't left any residue on the vinyl on my hood. I don't see any on the paint as well. Coming over to the glass, you can see it's drying up. But same thing there, I don't see any leftover residue, just some water spots from the water that I have. But overall, the Sudsius Maximus works very, very well. So before this thing gets dried up, I want to come in with the Wicked Slick Wax for the drying aid and get this thing dried up. So as I mentioned, we're coming in with the Wicked Slick Wax. I'm going to use this as a drying aid. You can use that Dapper Detail as well, but I want to use this just to add a little protection to my paint. I'm pairing it up with a Liquidator drying towel from the Rad Company as well. So go ahead and get this thing dried up and we'll see how well this works as a drying aid. So it does add some nice slickness under the drying towel, which is something that I'm looking for when I'm using something as a drying aid. So far, that's worked really well. Very slick under the drying towel, and then once it's dry, when I flip it over and come back, that surface is very, very slick. I'm impressed with that. Works really well on glass, works really well on the paint. Let's try it on the vinyl. Works really well on the vinyl as well. Very, very impressed. As I mentioned, with the Sudsius Maximus, smells great. Same scent with this Wicked Slick Wax. Smells phenomenal as well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm keep drying this up. I'll do a little bit on camera, probably speed it up a little bit. And we'll get it all dried up and then we'll come in to see how the whole car looks. That slickness though, once you flip that microfiber over, this drying towel, that slickness is there. I love feeling that. As you can see, this side already looks really, really nice. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the other side. Okay, so as you can see, that Wicked Slick Wax worked amazing as a drying aid. But like I was saying, as you can see, the car is extremely shiny. I was very, very impressed with the slickness underneath the drying towel when I was coming in and using it as a drying aid. And as I mentioned, you can use the Dapper Detail as a drying aid if you like. But for me, for right now, normally I use detailers as drying aids. But I was just wanting to throw a little extra protection on here and just see if I get a little more slickness and shine and gloss out of the paint. And that Wicked Slick Wax definitely did that. One thing that I love using detailers on is my wheels. So once I'm done washing, there's always a little bit of water running out of the lug nuts, as you can see there, and there's always sometimes a few spots that I've missed because I just went over them, you know, kind of quick, not going over them with a fine-tooth comb, because when I come in to dry them up, I can use a detailer to clean them up, and then the detailer will also make them nice and glossy and shiny and clean. So that is the next step. Wicked Slick Wax, amazing. Sudsius Maximus, amazing. Let's try the Dapper Detailer on a wheel, see how it cleans it up, dries it up, and then we'll come in with the sharp dressed and we'll dress the tires, and then we will do an overall view of the car to see how it looks and an overview of all of these products. So as I mentioned, we're going to use this Dapper Detailer on the wheel, and I always like to just kind of look over the whole car, vehicle, whatever it is that I'm cleaning, and water that's running out of the mirrors or door handles. That's when a detailer comes in really nice to go back and just kind of pick all of those small areas up so you can have that nice overall cleanliness. So I'm just going to just spray this on the wheel. There's not any certain spots, but I want to get this water dried up and just kind of make sure, like right in here where the water's ran down, there's a little bit of dirt that's collected. Just get it all cleaned up. So this flashes nice and quick when you're wiping it down. I do like that. It's giving a nice clean surface. It actually has slickened it up a little bit, which you'll find a lot with detailers because there's some protection capabilities within the detailer, but overall I like how quick this flashes. It's not streaking on this black wheel in direct sunlight. I'm liking that. I'm gonna hop to the other side and get the other side of this wheel. Hopefully the camera doesn't wig out because half of it's shaded and the other half's not. And it's picking it up for you guys, but really liking that it's not streaking. It's very easy to use. That's what you want out of a quick detailer. You want something that you can just basically spray on something that's lightly dirty. You don't want anything that's caked in mud, something that's super dirty. It's got a lot of road grime. That's not what a quick detailer's for. It's just for coming in and picking up those little small areas that just need a nice quick little shine to them. And that's exactly what this product has done. It gave that wheel a very nice sheen of gloss on it. Dapper detailer works really easy, and it's got that water cleaned up off that wheel. And overall, I am very happy with the way that looks. I'm going to go ahead and hit the other three and get those ones knocked out. The next and last product in the lineup is Sharp Dressed. This is a rubber, vinyl, plastic, and leather conditioner, as I mentioned, but we're going to be using it, and I'm going to be demonstrating it on rubber. None of my plastic I really need a treat or anything, so I've got a microfiber applicator. We're going to go ahead and dress the rubber. Get my microfiber primed up. So this goes on nice and even. It's very level. I don't have anywhere that's a super shiny spot where it's just thick and heavy. So it's going on nice and even. That's what I like with any kind of a rubber dressing, a trim dressing. Even though we're not using it on trim, I would imagine it would have the same attributes on trim as it does on this rubber tire. But overall, that goes on and looks really nice. I'll get out of the sun there, that way it's not shaded. You can see it does have a nice shine to it. I wouldn't say it's super shiny, but it is not a matte or a light sheen to it at all. It does have a little bit of shine to it. For me, that's about the max shine that I like on my tires, but overall I think that looks really good. I'm going to go ahead, hit the other three, and then we'll do a complete walk around and see the final results and how my car looks. But before I get the other three, I do want to mention that this is a water-based dressing, this Sharp Dressed. So on your tires, you can expect probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks, depending on weather and conditions that you're driving in, for the tire dressing to last. Same on trim. So a water-based, there's nothing wrong with that. I actually prefer a water-based dressing because I like dressing my tires. Every time after I wash my car, I don't need a dressing that's going to last, 2 months, 1 month, whatever. So water-based dressing is personally my favorite, but I did want to mention that this is a water-based tire dressing. So while I was dressing the other three, I was kind of messing around. I do want to show you, this dressing's a little bit too shiny for you. All I did is I just folded my applicator in half, just because I don't want to touch the dressing side. You can come in, you can use a microfiber towel, you can use your microfiber applicator, you can use whatever it is that you don't care about. Come in and knock down this dressing, and you get a very nice, not a matte finish, but just a nice light sheen on the tires. So you can leave it on like how I had it, and you can have a glossier tire, or you can come in and you can knock it down and get this really nice finish right here. So kind of whatever you desire, you can get with this dressing. So I really like that. That is versatile. Another thing I do want to hit on real quick about it being water-based is my microfiber applicator. I can throw this in the wash with my other microfiber applicators with a little bit of microfiber cleaner, and my applicators are going to come out clean. So like your ceramics or your graphene tire dressings, any of those, it's really hard to get out of your applicator. With this being water-based, you're going to be able to wash it out of this applicator very easily and be able to use it over and over and get multiple uses out of it. But I just love using these little microfiber applicators. I just picked these up from the Rad Company. They come in a nice package. I want to say 6 or 8 of them. Not bad priced at all, but I really like them. So I'm going to go around, I'm going to knock down the other tires, to get this finish right here. And then we will do what I've been talking about and take an overall look of the car and how it turned out. So here is the overall look. It has turned out extremely nice. I love the way the wheels and tires have turned out. The paint is nice and slick, very shiny. So very, very impressed. That sun is just popping on it. I absolutely love the gloss and the slickness that Wicked Slick Wax gave it. We'll go around to the other side that is in the shade so you can see how it looks over there. But overall, Vintage Waxman products, huge win in my book. Love them, very easy to use. I feel that they are priced really well also. And you just can't go wrong with them. The scent, the smell, everything is just absolutely on point. The sun's a little bright, but you can see the gloss in it. You can see the wheels and tires a little bit better over here in the shade. Just a nice finish on them. Using that dapper detail and sharp dress on the rubber, that's a win right there. Lots of gloss and shine in the paint, as you can see. That's what we like. Very, very impressed. Alright, so there is the review of the Vintage Waxman products. The Sudsius Maximus, I loved it. It was slick, it was nice to use, great cleaning power, and it rinsed really well. Some of you might be like, well, there wasn't that much suds in the foam cannon, but it is not a snow foam. That is just a good pH neutral wash, and it worked really well out of the foam cannon. And that is kind of the foam that you want, as I mentioned, because it's thinner. It's helping bring that material down off the surface for when you're gonna go ahead and come in and rinse or do your contact wash. The Wicked Slick Wax as a drying aid worked absolutely awesome. You don't have to use it as a drying aid. You can spray it on your microfiber, spray it onto the surface, linear motions, buff it into the panel, flip your microfiber towel over, buff it off, or you can do it like I did as a drying aid. Worked absolutely awesome as a drying aid, and the surface is super, super slick underneath of it. Absolutely loved that Wicked Slick Wax, and it is wicked slick. The Dapper Detailer worked really well on my wheels. It's a detailer, that's what I like to use it for. Any kind of fingerprints, smudges on glass, paint, whatever, something you need to clean up. If you got some bird droppings that you just need to get off the surface real quick, or some light dust and you just kind of need to clean it up, a detailer works perfect. I showed you how I like to use a detailer. I can use it as a drying aid as well, and I guarantee it'd work great as a drying aid, but I like using it on my wheels as well when I'm finished up to go in and basically dry those and kind of get any little areas that you might miss, because wheels can be very intricate and you have all kinds of nooks and crannies that sometimes are hard to get to, but it worked really well, flashed super fast, did not streak, and left a great finish when done. Sharp dress, I did not use it as a trim or in the interior for plastics or on leather. I guarantee it'd work really well. It is a water-based dressing, as I mentioned, which I like water-based dressings a lot. It worked really well. The shine that it left on the tires, for me, I like that shine a lot, but you can also knock it down as I showed you. So you can get a shiny tire, or you can get just a nice black sheen out of it as well if you knock that residue down. If you're using it in an interior, I would recommend go ahead, apply it, and then come in with a microfiber towel and knock that down as well. That way you're not having a super shiny surface and you're just kind of leveling it out. Although it did level out and it went on very well in the rubber. There wasn't any kind of streaking or high spots. It wasn't hard to apply to the rubber. It was very easy to apply, and it gave great results. So out of those 4 products in the Vintage Waxman lineup, for me, honestly, awesome products. I loved them. Price is not bad on them. The smell, I know I probably talked about the smell maybe too much in this video, but the smell, the scent of the products, they're all the same, and it's absolutely amazing. It smells good. You have the same scent through the whole wash process from start to finish. I absolutely love that. I wasn't mixing smells, getting my nose all mixed up. That was the perfect scent for a nice car care lineup like that. But as I mentioned, products priced very well, work absolutely amazing. Bottling, labeling, top notch. Packaging for unboxing, super top notch. Absolutely love that. That was a great unboxing experience. That is my first short that I've ever done, so you can see that short of the unboxing of the Vintage Waxman products. So for me, overall, definite 2 thumbs up. I would recommend all 4 of these products if you're looking for basically kind of like a total car care, some products that you need from start to finish for washing and maintaining. This is where it's at. Absolutely loved them. Don't look past them. Great products. Give them a try if you'd like. See it for yourself. I guarantee you're gonna love it. But I want to thank you all so much for stopping and checking out this video. Remember, drop a comment down below. What did you think of the video? What did you think of the Vintage Waxman products? Is there a product you'd like to see me dive a little bit deeper into and basically just showcase it instead of doing the whole lineup? If there is, drop that in the video comment section down below as well. Remember to smash a thumbs up if you like this video. All of your guys' support is greatly appreciated. I cannot thank you guys enough for all of your support on the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Click the bell, turn on all post notifications so you don't miss a future upload. And I will catch you all in the next one. And until then, take care.